All right, another guitar. This is the seventh one. Well, I got one more, so 7, 8, something like that. But you can see it's another Harley Benton in the original box. And the model of it, before I open it, is the R-458 BK Fanfret. And it is an 8-string. This was a B-stock guitar. And if you've never heard what B-stock is, basically it has like a finish defects. You know, it's nothing like fretboard wise, or sometimes there might be a little pinhole in a fret that you can't really see unless you look close. Doesn't affect anything. But for this one, it's this stuff. See that kind of weird looking part on the back right there? That's what made it B-stock. And they couldn't sell it. And I got this thing for $129 shipped. The pickups are raw as well. That's what Harley Benton's called. Finally found that out. And they're slanted like that. You see how they're slanted? That's because it's Fanfret. So what does that mean? It means on your bass side right here, you have a 27-inch scale neck. And then on your treble side, it's a regular 25.5. And the frets are shaped like a fan. They kind of fan out as you move down. It's pretty cool. Feels really good when you play. And the tuners on it are just the same as the 7-string I have. They're your normal old 8-string tuners. They're pretty good. I'm probably going to replace those at some point. I don't know. There's no serial number. No made in. Unless it's in the neck pocket here. Could be. But it's got a little quality control sticker. And I bought a fret wrap for it. To kind of keep, you know, some of the sound down. Extraneous noise down. Because it's really hard to mute on these strings. Because your hand doesn't quite cover them all. And the bridge, it's similar to what you might see on like Kiesel guitars. They're 8 strings or something like that. I don't know what they call it. But it came set up perfectly. Intonation's great. Fret work, amazing. Got your normal dot inlays and side markers. I think it's a rosewood fretboard. Could be rich light or something like that. I'm not sure. Then the back of the neck is maple. This one's heavy. Look at that freaking neck. Look at that. It's like a tree trunk. It's freaking massive. And then you have your master volume, master tone, 3-way pickup selector. Normal guitar stuff. And it's entry level. But I wouldn't really call it entry level with this Fanfret stuff going on. Because normally you'd have to pay a good chunk to get something like that on your guitar. But I don't have a case for this. It's just in this box. But if you want to get into the 8-string world, this is a great choice. Never had a problem out of it. It's always been good. And I've owned it for a year or two. And now, the string gauge. Look at that freaking string. It's like a bass string. So, this is in standard tuning. So, what is standard for an 8-string? F sharp, B, E, A, D, G, B, E. That's your standard tuning. String gauge. Got a 9, 11, 16, 24, 32, 46, or 34 on that, 46, 64, and 80. And that low F sharp, it's like a bass string. You can play bass and guitar at the same time on this thing. I'm no 8-stringer, but I got it just because I want to get into 8-string. But look at that body. That bevel just looks really cool. It's gloss black instead of flat black. And then the pickups, they are passive. but they sound really good for what they are. But if you wanted to upgrade this, the pickups, from what I've got on Harley Benton's YouTube channel, see how the pickup is slanted like that? You can't replace these. You can't just drop a normal pickup in here, because for some reason it won't fit because it's slanted like that, is what the guy said. But as far as tuners and bridge, tuners you could probably replace if you do your research on it, figure out what'll fit. They bolt up just like that. So maybe if you do enough research, you could find something to replace those with. And the bridge, you might could find a hip shot bridge or something like that to replace it with. It's a little dirty. I gotta clean this thing up and get it out and play it a little bit. It's probably not even in tune. A little high, low. For the most part, it's decently in tune. And it's been sitting for freaking months and months and months. I need to get it out and play it more. But I got some new strings on order. I use the Ernie Ball skinny top, heavy bottom 8-string set. But the fretwork on this, perfect. Not a single problem. The nut is just a normal old plastic nut. And it might be a little difficult to replace that as well. Let me move that fret wrap up a little bit, because it is slanted. And it's got some cloth on the fret, on the nut slots from this wrap here. But that really helps to keep all your noise down when you're playing on one of these things. And the first one I got, the first 8-string I ever owned, was an Ibanez RG8. Really good guitar, really great guitar. Had a couple of unlevel frets in this area. And I got the 10s, because I didn't know anything about an 8-string. And the 10 set is 10 to 74 for Ernie Ball. And on a 27-inch scale, like what's up here on it, for the whole guitar, all of it was really tight. The tension was, oh man, almost unplayable on bending and getting any kind of, fluid leads happening. But on this Fanfret, where you get 2 scale links in one, it's really easy. And just like my 7-string, this one came set up perfectly. Intonation, spot on. There was nothing wrong with it. It might be out now, since I changed from... They shipped it with 980, but I'm not sure if it was Ernie Ball. So it could be out now. I have to check it out. But if you want to get into the 8-string world, go for Harley Benton, man. Because I haven't had a single problem out of this guitar. Even the tuners on it are better than what was on my 7-string. And like I said, if you want to get one, it's a great modding platform, except for modding the pickups. You might want to research more and see. I could be wrong, but that's what I got out of Harley Benton's YouTube channel. Just check one out, and don't be afraid to explore the deepest, darkest depths of your musical soul, because that low string, it's just wow. It's super low. And if you tune it down to match this one, which it is an E, you have 3 E strings. So you got E there, that's a B. E there, E there, E there. So it's really cool to experiment with. And you might like it. And if you don't like it, you might be stuck with it. Because if you take it to sell it, they're going to look for a serial number. And there's not going to be one, so they may not take it. But you do get a wrench. A little wrench packet. One to adjust. I'm guessing that's for string height. And then this one, the big one, to adjust the neck. And you get, with all Harley Benton guitars, if I can get it out, you get this little inspection card. Some German guy signed it. See, Family Music, that's where it all comes from. I think that's how you pronounce their name. And it's all in German. You can't read that. But here it is on English. This instrument has been thoroughly checked before dispatch. Service is very important to us. Its functions and settings have been checked by our service team. Constant and proper maintenance is imperative in order to preserve the value, appearance, and functionality of the instrument. Please only use suitable cleaning agents and make sure the instrument is stored at an appropriate humidity level. And I've had it stored for months and months and months here in my house, and I've never had any humidity issues. The neck might need to be adjusted. I don't know. But on the 8-string stuff, man, look at that action. Look at how high that looks. But it has to be because of that thick string gauge. But it is really a joy to play. It's a lot different than your normal guitars. It's a whole nother world. And if you're a bassist, you'll probably pick this thing up and be able to just go off on it. But me, normal little 6-stringer, I look at it like it's some sort of mythical creature that I've never seen before. But if you want one, check out Harley Benton. Great guitars. Everyone, have a good day. Sorry about the noise. My mom hollering at the dogs. Because I still live at home. But oh well. But, check them out. You can get them super cheap. And they're great, great guitars. So everyone, have a good day. Keep shredding. Always play all that you can. Play what you want to play. Don't let anybody tell you what you should be playing. The only time that applies to me is if you're learning your chords and stuff like that, and someone tells you, hey man, get on that chord practice. Learn those chords. Yeah, that could apply. But if you're, intermediate or beginning and you've learned your basic chords, just play something every day. For as long as you can. 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, 10 minutes a day. Whatever it takes to get you a little guitar time in. And great things will happen. Take care.